9秒。はい。 Good morning, you.
Is there anybody out there